In a sea of competition, why should customers pick you? If you can't answer that instantly, this episode of Undumb Marketing is for you. We're breaking down 10 game-changing strategies to make your brand unforgettable, like nailing your UVP, dominating new marketing channels, and owning your brand voice. Plus, real-world examples and top tools like Salesforce, HubSpot, and Hootsuite to help you execute. Welcome to the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going to be diving into something that I know a lot of you have been thinking about, and that is how to make your business stand out, in a crowded market. We've got a lot of really cool sources lined up with stories of companies that just totally nailed it, and strategies that you can actually use, and even some software tools that can help you on your journey.
Yeah, it really is a jungle out there.
Yeah.
But, there is a method to the madness, and it all starts with really understanding your unique value proposition, or as we call it, UVP.
Okay, UVP. It sounds pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
but I will say I was looking at the material, and it surprised me how many businesses really just miss the mark on this.
Yeah, and, a lot of people think it's about just being different.
Yeah.
But it's really about understanding what makes you uniquely valuable to your customers. Why should they choose you over everyone else?
So it's less about shouting, I'm different, and more about, really quietly solving a specific problem better than anyone else.
Exactly. It's about that aha moment for your customers. When they realize you get them in a way that nobody else does.
Okay.
And, think about Apple. I mean, everyone knows they focus on design and user experience.
Right.
But what's so interesting is how they achieve that seamless experience.
Yeah.
It's not just about the sleek looks. It's their whole ecosystem, the way their devices all work together, the simplicity of the software.
That makes sense. So it's not just one thing. It's a whole philosophy that's kind of baked into their brand.
Exactly.
And it's clearly working for them. Their brand value was what? Something like $263.4 billion in 2021?
Yeah.
I don't think that's from making pretty gadgets.
Not at all. It's about creating a cohesive experience that people are willing to pay a premium for.
Yeah.
And that kind of brings us back to you. What makes your business stand out?
Yeah.
Have you really nailed down what makes you different and why it matters to your customers?
And that is something I think a lot of us maybe get so caught up in the day-to-day that we forget to step back and really articulate that.
Yeah.
It's easy to say, we offer great customer service.
Right.
But what does that actually look like for you? How is it different from every other business that's claiming the same thing?
You've got to get specific.
Yeah.
So while we're going to dive into some other amazing strategies from our sources, keep that UVP question in the back of your mind as we go, because this is going to be the foundation for everything else you do.
I like that. Okay, so we've got that UVP foundation kind of in place now. So I'm ready to build on that with some of those killer strategies that you were mentioning earlier. I was really impressed with all the real-world examples that we saw in the material. These aren't just companies that talk to the talk. They actually took these ideas and made them work.
That's what's so great about these sources. They're not just theoretical. They're packed with these stories of companies that saw real results.
Yeah.
And one theme that really stood out to me was the power of customer-focused strategies.
Okay, tell me more about that.
One of the most powerful examples was Dollar Shave Club. They absolutely nailed it with customer stories, and it's a huge part of why they became such a success.
Dollar Shave Club. Those guys are marketing legends. I remember those early videos of theirs just going viral like crazy.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just funny videos, was it?
No,
Yeah.
It was so much more than that. They were really smart about showcasing real customers, raving about their products.
Right.
It felt authentic, it felt relatable,
Yeah.
and it built a ton of trust with potential buyers.
Yeah.
People could really see themselves in those stories.
That's so true. It's way more convincing than some, polished ad with actors. Just seeing real people get excited about a product is incredibly powerful.
Absolutely.
And it clearly worked for Dollar Shave Club. I mean, they ended up getting acquired for $1 billion.
Exactly. And it proves that even without a massive marketing budget, you can achieve incredible results by really tapping into the power of genuine customer stories.
Wow.
So I want you to think about, how you can showcase those real experiences of the people who love what you do.
That's such a good point. I'm thinking about testimonials on my website, maybe reaching out to some of my happiest customers and seeing if they'd be willing to share their story in a blog post or a video.
Those are great ideas. You could even create case studies that delve deeper into, how your product or service has solved specific problems for your customers. because people love seeing those concrete examples of how something works in real life.
Okay, so we've talked about the power of customer stories, but what other customer-focused strategies stood out to you?
Another interesting one was this idea of capturing micro moments.
Okay.
The source used Marriott International as a great example of how to do this effectively.
Micro moments, I'm intrigued. What are those exactly?
They're these tiny moments when people turn to their devices to get information, to make a decision or take action. Think about, when you're searching for the best sushi restaurant in your neighborhood or trying to book a last-minute flight. Those are micro moments.
Okay, so it's all about being present and helpful at the exact moment that somebody needs you. But how did Marriott use this to stand out? I mean, they're not exactly, a small startup.
They were really smart about it. They understood that travelers are constantly on their phones looking for information, making decisions.
Right.
So they created this whole strategy around providing helpful tips, personalized content, and seamless booking options at every stage of the travel journey.
So it's not just about having a great website. It's about anticipating what your customer needs at every step and making sure that you're there to provide it.
Exactly. And according to Google, companies that capture micro moments effectively see a huge boost in brand awareness and customer engagement.
Wow, that's impressive. Okay, I'm starting to see how this could apply to my own business, but how do I actually put this into practice? Do I need to hire a team of data scientists to track every move my customers make?
It doesn't have to be that complicated.
Yeah.
You can start by mapping out your customer journey. Think about all the points where someone might be searching for information or solutions related to your industry. Then brainstorm ways to create content or experiences that cater to those specific needs.
Okay, that's really helpful. It's like a treasure hunt.
It is.
Figuring out where my customers are and what they need at each step. And then I can use things like targeted ads, social media posts, blog articles, videos, maybe even some interactive quizzes to provide that value.
You got it. And the beauty of micro-moment marketing is that it feels helpful and relevant.
Yeah.
Rather than intrusive or salesy. It's about providing value and building those relationships.
Okay, so we talked about customer stories and capturing micro moments, two really powerful ways to kind of build a customer-centric approach. But our source material also touched on some more traditional marketing and outreach strategies. What stood out to you in that area? I was thinking as you were talking about micro moments, it seems like you need the right tools to really pull that off.
Yeah.
How do you actually get that content in front of the right people at the right time?
You're absolutely right. And luckily, our source material also digs into some software tools that can really help you put these strategies into action.
Okay.
It's like he knew we'd be talking about all this
Yeah.
and wanted to give us the resources to actually make it happen.
Perfect. I love it when a deep dive comes with an action plan.
Right.
So what's first on the list?
Well, no surprise here. It's HubSpot.
Okay.
This platform is like the Swiss Army knife of marketing tools. Does pretty much everything.
I've heard so much about HubSpot.
Yeah.
What makes it so special? Is it just for big companies?
It's definitely popular with companies of all sizes because it offers such a comprehensive suite of tools.
Yeah.
You've got content marketing, social media management, email automation, customer relationship management, CRM. It's all there.
Okay.
And remember how we were talking about the power of content marketing?
Right.
HubSpot is a masterclass in that.
Uh-huh.
They built their whole business on creating valuable content that attracts and engages their target audience.
So it's not just about having the tools, it's about knowing how to use them effectively.
Exactly.
HubSpot's a good example of that. They walk the walk.
Right.
What kind of budget are we talking about for something like HubSpot?
Good news is they have a free plan to get you started.
Okay.
And their paid plans for Marketing Hub start at $50 a month, which is pretty reasonable for what you get.
Wow, yeah.
But HubSpot's not the only player in the game for social media. Specifically, our source recommends Hootsuite.
Oh, yeah, Hootsuite. I actually use that one for my personal accounts.
Oh, nice.
It's great for managing everything in one place, but how can it help businesses stand out?
Think about Wendy's.
Okay.
They're known for their sassy social media presence.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes down to being responsive and engaging with their audience.
Right.
Hootsuite lets you manage all your social media accounts in one place so you can schedule posts, track engagement, analyze performance, and even collaborate with your team.
So it's like having a social media command center. No more jumping between platforms and trying to keep up with everything.
Yeah.
You can actually plan and strategize your social media presence, which is key for standing out.
Exactly. And with Hootsuite's analytics tools, you can get really granular insights into what's working and what's not, so you can continuously refine your strategy.
Yeah, data is king in the marketing world these days.
It really is.
Speaking of data, what about our last tool recommendation?
The final tool on our list is Salesforce, the CRM powerhouse.
Okay.
If you want to achieve Zappos level customer service, this is your go-to.
Zappos, they're legendary for their customer service.
They really are.
How does Salesforce help you get there?
Salesforce is all about managing customer relationships like a pro.
Okay.
Their CRM platform lets you store all sorts of customer data, personalize communications, automate tasks, and track every interaction.
So it's not just about having data, it's about using that data to create truly personalized experiences for each customer.
Exactly.
No more generic emails or feeling like just another number.
Right. With Salesforce, you can make sure every customer feels valued and understood. And that's how you build loyalty and keep people coming back.
Yeah.
It's been fascinating looking at all these strategies and tools. It really feels like there's a whole world of possibilities out there for businesses who want to stand out.
I know, I'm feeling inspired. It's like we've gone from feeling overwhelmed by a crowded market to having a clear roadmap for success.
It is.
We talked about the importance of defining your UVP and then explored some really cool strategies from customer stories and micro moments to experimenting with new marketing channels. And now we've even got some specific tools we can use to put it all into action.
Yeah. And it's all about taking that first step and then being willing to experiment and adapt along the way. And remember, in a world full of choices, authenticity and genuine connection are more valuable than ever.
Yeah.
Let your unique personality shine through in everything you do.
I love that. Be yourself, be authentic, and don't be afraid to break the mold. And with the right strategies and tools in place, you can achieve incredible things. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you've gained some valuable insights and are feeling ready to make your mark on the world.
That's a wrap for this episode of Undumb Marketing. If you liked what you heard, don't stop here. Check out our other episodes for more straight takes on today's hottest marketing topics. New episodes dropping weekly, so hit follow and stay ahead of the game. Got a question or topic you want us to tackle? Find us online and let's keep the conversation going. See you next time.